Good morning, beekeepers. Keith from Barn Hill Bee Barn. Haven't made a video in a week or so fixing to do some inspections and catch you up on where we're at. We got one hive that's keeps building queen cells, and I keep knocking them down. The weather is about to change. It's going to rain for about 3 days, and then it's going to stay in the lower 60s probably for another month. Hopefully that'll stop them from trying to make a new queen. They'll start kicking out the drones pretty soon, so hopefully one more week and we can stop them from trying to make a queen, because it's too late here for them to make a new queen and for her to get mated, and we just don't have time for that. So the current queen is still laying good. I know they'll make a new queen first thing in the next year, but that's okay. We just can't make one right now. So let's dive into it. All right, I've already got the top and the feeder off in the first frame. And we're going to go in here and see what we got. They've got lots of honey for the winter. This was a new hive this year. They just barely built out all their frames. See, some of them are still not built out, but they keep trying to produce a new queen. And it could have been due to the hop guard treatment. See, tons of honey. A new queen cup, but they'll build queen cups. There's nothing in it, which is a good sign. Oops, there's a bigger one. Yep, it's an active queen cell. Not capped yet. Yeah, they've got almost an entire deep on the top brood box that's full of honey. So they won't have any trouble this winter with food. So far that's 5 frames. They're almost completely honey. This one's about a half, and they've got the rest of it packed with nectar. You know, it's September the 25th. Fixing to have the remnants of a hurricane come through over the next 2 or 3 days. So I had to get out here and check up on these girls. And good thing I did, because they would have had a capped queen cell in another day. And then the first day after the rain, they would have swarmed. They wouldn't have survived, but they would have still swarmed. The queen cut in the top. See him right there? Nothing in it. Yeah, this is an old frame. I'll retire it next year, but for now I want it in there. So they'll build it up and she'll actually lay in it in the spring. They're cleaning it up, putting nectar in it right now. There's one on the other side. 2 of them on the other side. They're determined that they're going to replace this queen. And I'm determined to make sure they don't. Yeah, that one's dead. Empty frame. Last week when I went through here, I moved all the empty frames from the bottom box. Moved all the brood that she laid in the top box down to the bottom box and put all the honey in the center at the top. That way when they move up this winter, all their resources will be directly above them in the center. And they have less likelihood to starve out. Okay. All right. So that box is good. Well, the top box is good. All right. My box slid off my stand, or halfway off of it. It can't go far, so. And that's a lot of honey. Can't harvest it because then the bees would starve this winter. All right. Now all I want to see is larvas, no queen cells. And if I see the queen, yay, that'd be good. But if I see larvae, then I'm fine. Okay, a little bit of honey, nectar. They're still bringing in nectar. I see them bringing in pollen all the time. Won't be much more of that. Crepe myrtles are blooming. I've got a little purple flower that's all over the yard that's blooming. And they will take it. All right. Brood, older brood. No larvas. That was all brood when I put it down here. It's just about hatched plumb out. Two queen cups. They're both empty. But right now I'm not taking any chance. Because if they have a cup, they can finish it out in a couple of days and have a queen started. And then we're going to be pushing our luck on swarming. All right. Population's still good, but they have not yet kicked out the drones, so see a queen cup in the next cell. There's a queen cell right in the middle of that one, and it's capped. And it's only been about a week since I was out here last breaking down all the cells. Look at there. She's in the last stages. She would have emerged in 2 or 3 days. Another queen cup. Two or three workers emerging. More workers emerging. Baby hive beetle. They keep crawling up under my fingers. All right. Yeah, there's my queen cell. All right, lots of milk brood. That's what I needed to see. So our queen is still there. She's still laying. For those new to it, milk brood is a larval state of the bee where they've got lots of royal jelly packed in around them. It means they're going to be healthy as long as you keep feeding them some good older brood right there. Just should be ready to, and it's full of milk brood in the middle. Lots of brood there and a queen cell. They're very determined. Okay. If it wasn't for all the queen cells, I'd quit right now because I know she's laying. She's still in there and doing her job. But I just need to make sure they don't make a queen. The other option would have been to just let them make a queen and swarm. But then my chances of having them survive the winter would be pretty drastically reduced because they don't have time to. The ones that swarm can't build up a hive this time of year. And the ones remaining, there's too few. And it takes almost a month for a new queen to get established. So they would have no chance. Both would most likely die during the winter. So it's a lot of work for me to keep them from replacing the queen right now. But next year it'll be worth all the effort because next year they'll be very strong. They'll have a new queen. Still some drone cells. Bunch of drone cells. Looks like they're beginning to uncap them because they don't want drones anymore. They'll uncap them and pull them out. They may let them survive right now since they're trying to replace the queen. Yeah, lots more milk brood, pollen, cap cells. Few more drone cells. Queen cell in the middle looks like they started the build and quit. This wax is too old in this frame. It's getting pretty hard. Lots of new cells. Some more brood. See a bunch of bees bringing in pollen. Well, there's no new brood on that one. No larva or nothing. I see the next frame looks like it's about 80% brood. Capped brood. Mite checks were good this year. I treated them. I had 8 on that one. The rest of them were pretty minor. 1s and 2s. Lots of pollen, lots of capped brood. Nope. Lots of pollen around that one. Lots of different colors. Okay. So, we're in good shape. Queen's still here, still laying real well. Got lots of capped brood, lots of milk brood. which should be my winter bees' first crop. Only saw one beetle, but I use screen bottom boards. I use Swiffer pads, which I need to put in. I don't have any right at the moment. But all the queen cells are gone. One queen cell that was about to emerge. One that was just about capped. So if I had waited till after the storms passed through, I would have had a new queen, and their chances of survival would have been very, very slim. So timing is everything. When you're fighting one like this, 7 or 8 days is all you have before they'll reproduce a new queen if they're determined. And if you miss it, then you'll have a swarm. All right, that was kind of a long inspection, but I wanted to explain kind of quickly why I went to this extent. This hive is determined to replace the queen, and they usually have a very good reason why they're going to do it. She's laying good. She's laying a lot. It's too late in the year for them to replace her, get her mated, get the replacement mated, and get laying. It would be the end of October. They would lose so much population, and they wouldn't have much time to rebuild. So I don't want them to replace her. Now, the other part of that story I hadn't told yet is if there's something seriously wrong with her and they know it, and she dies in the next 2 months, then I lose this hive. It could be, here in Arkansas, it's kind of a toss-up. It could be 80 degrees in November. But my thoughts are, if she dies, then, and I can't get a day that it's warm enough to combine, then it's just dead. They won't survive. If I can get them to survive the winter and they immediately try to swarm, I can do demoray split, and I can stop them from swarming, and then be good to go again. I've already done that once and stopped them from swarming. Another hive, not this one, but I stopped them from swarming. The hive built up great. Everything was good. But you take a chance when you do like this. If the queen dies in the next 2 months, then you're going to lose the hive anyway. But if she leaves, if they replace her, they can't build up fast enough, they die. So you take a chance either way, and I just chose to do it this route. Thanks for watching, guys. Since it was so long, I just cut it up. The part 2 will be the other 3 hives, and a really big surprise near the end. Was something unexpected. So watch the other one. I'm glad you came. Watch more. I leave a link above, hopefully to the second part 2. Watch my Beginner Beekeeper series, and we'll see you next time.